Hello my friends, my family, esteemed colleagues. I was told or asked to elaborate on leaky gut syndrome. Now if you follow my work, if you have read my blog or some other videos, that you know right away that when we have a problem with digestion, with gut, it is because we have a wrong flora in there. We have toxic elements that should not be there, that create this problem. Now, there is variety of manifestation of digestive problems, but leaky gut or leaky gut syndrome has different symptoms. Now, the symptoms that they put in are related to various inflammations in the body. So it's not only gut, it is what happens in your body itself. Inflammations, chronic problems, escalating into autoimmune disease, so-called. Now, they say that there are special symptoms and signs that we have that would indicate that we have this problem of leaky gut. Now, what are these symptoms? They say food sensitivity. You have food allergies of some kind, which means something is wrong with the lining of your intestines, and once when it's there, if you have a leaky gut, it means that the lining is more porous. Well, then you are talking about the gut itself, cells themselves, and particles from intestines which should never be allowed to go into the blood keep seeping in. This is why they call it leaky gut. And these particles then cause toxicity that can affect certain organs and create inflammation, inflammatory process. You may have immunoglobulins passing through, you may have bacteria passing through, you may have all kinds of stuff, including proteins passing through. Well, I've explained to you that this is impossibility. If this would occur, it would be like having ruptured appendix. You go into sepsis. You die. You cannot have foreign proteins flowing in the blood unless they are, because you will have very strong reaction to it, anaphylactic. And if this is happening through leaky gut, this will be the end of you. Leaky gut doesn't exist in this way. Well, they say, well, there are certain symptoms that tell you that you may have this leaky gut. One of them is the food sensitivity. If you have inflammatory bowel syndrome, so if you have problem with inflammation in your gut, inflamed cells may get more porous. Well, so far I have explained that inflammation is nothing more than forced hydration, and it's part of a protection or healing, and it's not part of creation of disease. It's contrary to what we are being told. If you have any autoimmune disease, most likely it is caused by this leaky gut syndrome. Of course, autoimmune disease does not exist. It is just very bad hydration. You are very dehydrated on cellular level and blood level. Your body cannot detoxify, and symptoms cannot be further suppressed. So the excuse is, well, your body is fighting itself, we cannot do much here, we don't understand why is body attacking itself. Body never attacks itself. This is nonsense. So autoimmune disease, if you have it, oh, leaky gut, you know, this is where you get all the pollution and you get, all baloney. Thyroid problems. Well, I'm explaining that thyroid problems, we never have any thyroid problem. We have toxicity, we have dehydration, we have forced hydration through inflammation, which then increases the volume of the tissue. This is what causes prolapses. So, thyroid, if you have this problem, well, so far, well, let's continue. Well, nutrient malabsorption. How do you know that you are malabsorbing nutrients? This is a guesswork. Inflammatory skin conditions. Okay? You have leaky gut, most likely this is why you have problem with your skin. Mood issues and autism. Oh, you have a leaky gut. So all these toxins are coming in and affects your brain. Well, all these so-called symptoms and signs that may imply that you have this gut problem are nothing more than symptoms and signs of body's dehydration and higher toxicity on extra and intracellular level. That's all that is. Now, why gut is involved in this? Because you, at the same time as you have these symptoms, you also have problem with digestion. And you have gas, okay? What are the signs? Okay, I'm going to just read them because I want to go through I want to present it to you by the information given through other doctors. Okay? So, what are symptoms of leaky gut? Gastritic ulcer. So if you have an ulcer in your stomach or intestines, you also probably because you have leaky gut. Infectious diarrhea. Infectious diarrhea is nothing more than accumulation of liquid in the colon. When colon doesn't suck the liquid back into the blood, but leaves it there. Why colon doesn't do it? Because it's inflamed. So any inflammation of colon is going to prevent reabsorption of water, and more water stays in your intestines, the more diluted your feces is going to be, and you come out with diarrhea. Every time you want to soften your stool, and you are not using plasma to do it, but you are using medicinal remedies, you are always inflaming intestine. So this way it reabsorbs less water, then more water stays in your feces. And this is why they tell us, well, you gotta eat this and you gotta eat this and this is going to make your stool, it's fiber. Fiber my ass. Fiber has nothing to do with any of it. If anything, it may create a problem in already sensitive and inflamed intestines by creating lesions and further problems of increasing the inflammation, which then retains more liquid. But you don't want to dehydrate yourself, your body, to maintain regular stool. It's a contraindicatory. You are killing yourself so you can shit. No, you are shedding so you can heal yourself. And only this you can do if you have enough plasma. So this can be done. No medicinal remedies that will inflame your colon so it doesn't reabsorb water so you can go to bathroom. But this is medical approach. This is why I'm staying behind the statement that they teach us in medical school how to poison the body just to manipulate the symptom. Symptom is constipation. Get rid of the constipation by polluting the body, by creating inflammation in the intestine, so there is no water reabsorption. So now you have normal stool. We solve the problem, but you have dehydrated the body and creating tons of other problems associated with it. Then, of course, leaky gut can cause allergies. Of course. You are dehydrated, you are inflamed, your intestine is inflamed, you don't reabsorb water. You don't reabsorb plasma. Forget about the word leaky gut. This should be erased from the vocabulary, because you have leaky gut, you are dead. Nobody has leaky gut. We are polluted, we are toxic and dehydrated, and our body is showing symptoms of this and symptoms of cleansing if it can spare some water to do it. So by changing diet you can help, but not by using probiotics or veggies. This is the diet that caused these problems. Probiotics. How do you know which bacteria you need? And if you put the bacteria that is okay, well, the bacteria is okay for different type of a diet, so immediately it is going to convert in your gut into the wrong bacteria, into the wrong form, or it will simply die because it cannot survive in that environment. Nobody is helped with probiotics. Only if you feel any relief, it is your placebo working. The only time you can change the flora and fauna in your gut is by changing the diet that will now support different flora and fauna. And it's never go to vegetables, it always go back to meat, but not well done and cooked and coagulated protein, but has to be raw protein, or as raw as possible. So it can properly be broken down, it has proper vibration. Ultimately, it's all about vibration. So if you suffer from leaky gut, well, who is leaky is the brain of the person that told you that you have leaky gut. Because it doesn't exist. It cannot exist. And you want to heal, you gotta change your diet and you have to hydrate. You do it, you'll fix your problem. Of course, by doing it now, you will have symptoms of cleansing depending how toxic you are, and also hydration depending how dehydrated you are, in which way. If it's only blood, if it's on a cellular level, usually it's both. And then how toxic you are there, what it will take to rinse those toxins out. By rinsing them, you are polluting the blood even more. It's like putting toxins right into your blood, because they are leaking now from your cells into the blood to be eliminated. So you will need a lot of plasma, tons of plasma. You may have to drink 8 liters of plasma a day or more. Your feces will tell you. As soon as you have a hard-formed excrement and you are toxic, it means your body needs more plasma, because otherwise you have only 2 positions, diarrhea or constipation, until the toxic load is under control and you start having pasty stool. If you need guidance, this is not easy to explain in 20-minute video. Read my articles, read my book. It's all explained there. It's hard to convince New Age people because they are being brainwashed through schools more than ever. There are more and more vegans and vegetarians, and more digestive problems, and not only digestive, health problems in general. And more supplements you take, the worse you get, not better. We are just doing the same what medicine is doing through supplements. We are playing with the symptom, nothing more. And in the process we are getting more and more toxic. And then different symptoms show up, usually on skin with vegans. Because they are so dehydrated, because on top of it they don't use salt. Because they know salt is bad for us. The more nonsense we have accepted as a truth, in the worse position we are to heal ourselves. And more it will take to convince us that what we are doing is not correct. This is why I always point to nature first. Look at the nature. If you think that you don't need to have salt and then vegetables are good for you, look at herbivores. Every single herbivore has to take supplement salt, and they know where to go to lick it and to eat it. Carnivores don't have to do this, because every body should have enough minerals. So you eat the body, you get all the minerals that you need. You eat plants, you get shit. You need to supplement. Look at nature, let it sit in your head. I have to use foul language because as long as I'm talking nice, it's like, yeah, I have to shock a little bit this brain of yours to start thinking. Unfortunately, way more shocking is going to be necessary for people to wake up. So get ready for this one. All right. I hope that I have explained this to those who are capable of thinking, and those who are not, I'm sorry. There's only that much one can do. We gotta start thinking on our own and forget about what we have been told. Observe the nature. Thank you for being here. Till next time, love you all.